Alongside carrying on planned propaganda against Shibir, they subjected the leaders and workers of this organization to inhuman torture and diabolic cruelty. The then Premier proclaimed against Shibir in an open rally, "I want to see 10 dead bodies in revenge of one." Shibir did not panic at this, nor did they step back. In association with the like-minded student organizations, they formed All-Party Students' Alliance and thus intensified the anti-government campaign. Shibir played the principal role in the huge rally of the Student Alliance held on 24th March 2001 in Muktangon. This is why Shibir fell to a prey to the savage attacks from the then government. Government cadres and the police force were set on the Shibir leaders and workers in every nook and cranny of the country. 29 leaders and workers of Shibir embraced martyrdom during this time. The tortures that thousands of Shibir leaders and workers were subjected to simply beggared description. The nation would always remember the active and efficient role that Shibir had played in the landslide victory of the four-party alliance in the national election on 1st October 2001. In order to illuminate the young students with the light of Islam, Shibir has built up a huge collection of rich publication and propaganda articles. Aimed at building up academic efficiency among the students, Shibir's publication, named Understanding Science series, has drawn a huge response. Shibir has always given importance to the publishing of the original books relating to Islamic knowledge. Besides this, in order to introduce the young generation to an ideologist organization like Shibir, every year the organization distributes millions of stickers, view cards, diaries, calendars, class routines, notebooks, etc. Islami Chhatra Shibir has been regularly bringing out 4 periodicals. The circulation of the monthly Kishore Kanto has exceeded 1 lakh. The appeal of this periodical to the juveniles of Bangladesh is immense and wide. Guardians also accepted this publication as necessary and educative for their children. The English monthly named Juvenile Voice that Shibir has been publishing for the children and juveniles has also enjoyed high appreciation of the leaders. The periodical Chhatra Shongbad also plays an effective role in sharpening the intellectual faculty. The English periodical Student Views is highly rich and of an optimal standard. The Arabic version of Student Views, Adawat Tullab, has succeeded in drawing the attraction of the people seeking knowledge. Culture and man cannot be parted from each other. It is through culture that the identity of a nation takes shape. Cultural struggle is no less significant than the political and economic ones. If there are no guards standing at the frontier of culture, the identity of a nation is sure to be at stake. Besides, Shibir is aware of the malevolent impact of bad culture. Shibir believes in a Tawheed-based culture. In order to reflect people's belief in the cultural arena, Shibir has established numerous cultural organizations throughout the country. Saimum, Uchcharon, Prabaho, Shondipon and Anupam of Dhaka, Spandon of Gazipur, Bikalpo and Prottoi of Rajshahi, Samonnoy of Bogura, Ongikar of Rangpur, Tornado of Lalmonirhat, Panjari of Chittagong, Anupam of Lakhipur, Typhoon of Khulna, Torongo of Joshore, Heraroshi of Borishal and Dishari of Sylhet are highly familiar names across the country. There is a wide demand for the cassettes, CDs and VCDs containing the songs, recited poetry, dramas, etc. of these cultural organizations. These cultural organizations are quite active and catalyzing in the literary and cultural arenas of the country. Islami Chhatra Shibir continues to play a pioneering role in any sort of social movement. In every natural disaster, Shibir has stood by the helpless mass as the messenger of reliability and assurance. Shibir is pretty active in cleanliness campaigns as well. In order to make the young generation aware of the ill effects of obscenity, corruption and terrorism, Islami Chhatra Shibir has carried out programs like motorcade all over the country. This awareness campaign has drawn wide response not only among the young generation, but also among the general people of the country. Shibir thinks that if we are to establish an Islamic society in a country, we must uproot all the contrary elements. To this end, Shibir has always given importance to such programs. Islami Chhatra Shibir burst into protests whenever and wherever there were attacks on Islam and the Muslims. Shibir brought out demonstration processions and held countrywide programs in protest of the aggressions in Kashmir, Palestine, Bosnia, Algeria, Afghanistan and Iraq. Shibir strongly denounced and protested the demolition of Babri Mosque in India and the genocide of the Muslims in Gujarat. The cautious role of Shibir succeeded in stemming the conspiracy of an opportunist section for waging a communal riot in Bangladesh surrounding those incidents. During that time, Shibir brought out a peace procession in Dhaka to gather with the students belonging to other religions. Shibir is dead intent on protecting the communal harmony as well as the demands of the minority groups. As one of the largest organizations involved with world students' Islamic movements, the role of Islami Chhatra Shibir has succeeded in drawing the attention of the world. Shibir delegates regularly take part in international meetings, conventions and seminars held for overcoming the crises of the Muslim world. Inclusion of Shibir leaders in the international associations, including World Assembly of Muslim Youth, International Islamic Federation of Student Organization and Asian Federation of Muslim Youth, proves that Chhatra Shibir plays a vital role in the worldwide Islamic movements. Islami Chhatra Shibir in Bangladesh is the name of an ideological address for the student community, an address that illuminates every turn of life, every sector of dream and possibility, and the final destination of life. By lighting up the cave of disappointment, it clarifies the highway to the future. Shibir is moving ahead with the aim of building up an enlightened world. Standing before myriad tortures, ill efforts of suppression, and the cruelty of gunpowder and barbarity, Shibir goes on making a history golden and glorified.
Constitution, the Holy Quran, our Constitution, the Holy Quran and Sunnah. With a Muslim Ummah, with a Muslim Ummah, with a Muslim Ummah.